Hello, my name is Maria Fernanda, and I'm the host of IO Scholarship Superheroes podcast.
Easy, easy, so easy.
This podcast is only a 10-minute podcast that highlights the best kept secret of IO scholars, job recruiters, and community influencers. And most importantly, we want to provide you financial resources to go to college debt-free and become financially savvy. And today we have a very special guest. His name is Héctor Gómez. And he's from Guatemala. He's a mechanical engineer, recipient of the Chevening Scholarship in 2022 and 2023. This is one of the most prestigious UK government international scholarships. And thanks to his scholarship, he pursued a master's in system engineering management at the University of Strathclyde in Scotland. And the program actually focused on project and complex systems management, engineering design, method and management, as well as business modeling and interaction among people, technology, and systems. He has worked in innovation, supply chain, engineering, and academic projects. Thank you so much, Héctor, for being part of our show.
Hello, thank you for having me here.
Well, so tell us a little bit more. You have a very impressive background, and tell us a little bit more of what motivated you to pursue a career in mechanical engineering.
Well, thank you. What motivated me was the desire to understand the world through the lenses of physical laws and apply them to make a change and to make something useful, this through design and through innovation. So sometimes mechanical engineering can be thought of something that is just related to cars or to maintenance of home supplies, for example, but mechanical engineering can go above and beyond that, involving the understanding of energy, of heat transfer, of the design even of satellites or spaceships, or whatever machine or tool that can make the life of everyone better, the lives easier. And that was one of the motivations, like to understand the world through these laws and make something out of it.
What an interesting concept. And actually, who motivated you? Who was your biggest mentor to pursue this career?
I will say that it was when I was in high school, like the first physics class that I took. It just simply blew my mind. How could we understand the world and the movement of things, of mechanism, of machines through the laws of Newton, which are some concepts that are quite simple, but have a deep impact on how we can design and how we can manufacture basically everything. So this professor in high school really motivated me to study and to understand physics, but I wanted to do something useful with it, because sometimes it may just be a theory or something like really a theoretical concept, but with the mechanical engineering, you are applying all these mechanical laws to make something useful, to design a machine, a tool, or whatever you want to design.
That's amazing how you apply the theory and the concept to not only create some impactful things, but how will you impact your community in Guatemala and across the world? I'm really looking forward to seeing all your innovations and so forth, because you're a role model for a lot of students that want to pursue careers in this field, and also I know that you study in London and in different places, and I want to thank you for being a role model for other students in your field. And can you provide us some tips? I know that you did your postgraduate, and those are the type of, as you know, the education in the United States and across the nation sometimes is very expensive. And overseas in some countries, like in Europe or in the UK, the education could be also very expensive. So which tips can you provide students to win postgraduate scholarships?
Yeah, I mean, education can be pretty expensive, both in the US and overseas, but there are many opportunities, many scholarships that are available for any student, any career. So I will, first of all, I will say that these scholars or whoever is listening to the podcast to study, to research what is their main goal and what is the purpose that they are looking for in the postgraduate study, to look up for opportunities, because as I said, there are many opportunities for any field. Many universities offer their own scholarships. As you said, in my case, I won the Chevening scholarship. This is the scholarship for postgraduate studies in the UK, and it was a very extensive process. First, writing up 4 essays explaining like what was my career plan, why I was choosing the UK, and also like to provide examples of my leadership skills, of my networking skills. So I had to really dive deep into what was the purpose, what I was looking for in this postgraduate degree, and to explain to them why that will benefit not only me but also my country. So that will be like the first idea, to have a purpose, to make sure that you know what you want to do and why. I will also say to do your best always, be it the application of a university, maybe a cover letter, an introduction, or even an interview, because you have to try to do your best and put up a lot of effort so that there's a higher probability for you to win the opportunity, and basically to research everything you want to know about the scholarship, about the program, the university, and ask questions. You could ask questions to the faculty members of the university, maybe people that have received these scholarships in previous years, and many people will be more than happy to help you. So that will be like the 4 main tips that I will say to you.
Visit IO Scholarships, as we have access to thousands of STEM scholarships based on your unique ethnic background, waiting for you today. Some of them only require 2.5 GPA and no essay. Remember, the more you apply, the more chances you have to win. Apply today. And you summarize it so well, Hector, because it's so important to be laser focused on what you want. We always tell students, make sure that you understand also from the scholarship committee that it's not only important how will you apply this scholarship personally, but how you will contribute even to your whole country. So, it's very important also that they understand that they can get feedback from people like you in our community. And thank you for joining again, because it's so important to understand what is the scholarship committee looking for. And a strong essay is very important, and sometimes more important than the GPA, because the scholarship committee, they're really looking forward how we can contribute to our community and a bigger purpose. So thank you for pointing that out. That was very helpful for our listeners. In terms of your education, tell us about which do you think are the most important personal and professional traits to work in your industry?
I will say that the most important personal traits will be perseverance, a clear communication, dedication, and also have a good attitude in terms of solving problems, because in every process there will be problems, be it with the human interaction side of things or even the technical problems that can happen when you are working in STEM related fields. So from the personal point of view, I think that you have to keep yourself calm, to have this laser focus, as you said previously, on what are your goals, what are you trying to do, and don't let the failure break yourself, and just keep pushing forward. In the professional side of things, or the professional traits, I will say that you need hard skills such as CAD, computer assisted design, understanding of manufacturing, operation of machinery, have a really good analytical skills, because that will help you not only with organizational problems, because we are always working with other persons, and also these analytical skills to solve the math problems, or even physics problems that are definitely involved when we are working in STEM related areas.
Well, all your skill sets are so integrated, and I went to Stanford and I learned the importance of design thinking, and you were touching based on that, how important it is to have not only the theory that you have, but also the skill set of thinking the design through the process for launching a product or call it a service. So you provide a lot of wisdom and a lot of actually skill sets that are very useful for the workforce. Where are you planning to work?
My ideal that's a good question, actually. Yeah, like my ideal place to work will be like my own startup based on aerospace engineering, like to provide services of design of satellites, or even components of spaceships. Because when I was studying mechanical engineering in the last 2 years, I worked in the first Guatemalan satellite. It was a CubeSat, a nano satellite of 10 for 10 for 10 centimeters that went to space in 2020. So I know that there are many opportunities in the space field, just waiting for people to get involved and to offer these services to all the industry, because the space is open for everyone now that it is easier to achieve orbit through businesses like SpaceX or Blue Origin and other enterprises. Yeah.
Well, how exciting. I will connect you with some of our IO scholars that now they're working at NASA and so forth. So I'm looking forward to your innovation, because again, you are the innovator of the future. I'm sure that you will contribute a lot to your country. What is your favorite quote to follow when, times get difficult?
When times get difficult, I always like to think about this quote that says, expect the best, but prepare for the worst. Because sometimes there are things that we just can't control, and we have to accept them. I mean, if the scenario of the worst case is the one that is more probable, then we have to be prepared. And in case, we are in the direction of a better scenario, it's just a win-win situation. So I will say that I like this quote: when things get difficult, to expect the best, but prepare for the worst. And another quote that I also like to think about when times get difficult, especially like when I was studying the master degree in the UK, was to go, like full speed or nothing. Like you have to give everything you have to complete this task, be it this essay, this project in school, because you have to give 110% of what you're capable of. And that's how you can achieve greater things, because if you don't give your full effort or give less than what you can do, best to do nothing than to make something average.
I completely agree with you. The power of perseverance and never give up. And times could get difficult, but it's important to keep the goal in the greater cause. And we really appreciate all your contributions. And again, I can't wait to see all the bigger things that you are going to do for not only your country, but hopefully the whole world. Thank you again for being part of our episode, Héctor. And this concludes our IO Scholarship podcast. And if you want to learn more about us, please feel free to tune in and subscribe and share this resource with other friends and family members that might want to pursue this amazing field, the field of STEM. Thank you again, Héctor, and I wish you the best, and let's stay connected.
Thank you.